Choose Advil liquid gels for faster, stronger, and compete to innovate 4 identical houses with their own signature style. Rock the Box season premiere, April 14th at 9 on HGTV. Researchers believe that DARPA and the U.S. military may have developed highly advanced weapons derived from contact with UFOs. But is there evidence to suggest such alien tech may have been sent here to do us harm? October 2015. NASA transmits a software update to the Mars rover Curiosity. The upgrade is a program of artificial intelligence called Aegis. Although in constant contact with mission control on Earth, the AI allows the rover to autonomously choose which Martian rocks and soil it finds interesting for analysis. In essence, the artificial intelligence transforms a 6-wheeled, nuclear-powered robot into a field geologist able to think for itself. Artificial intelligence is essentially the concept that you could get a computer program, and then that program would evolve. It would go beyond its programming, and it would be able to perceive its environment and take decisions. And some people say that eventually it would become self-aware. Artificial intelligence is perhaps the most dramatic technological advancement we have ever known. But could this also be an example of reverse engineered or gifted extraterrestrial technology? Of particular interest to UFO researchers is the use of AI in unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs, commonly called drones. On October 26, 2016, high above a California desert, a pair of Air Force Hornets released a swarm of drones. Captured by satellite video, the drones are seen as a moving series of waypoints, leading objectives set by human programs. Sharing intelligence for decision-making, drones adapt, like swarms in nature.
So we depend on AI to make it work. The ability, in other words, of these objects to make certain kinds of autonomous decisions on the fly. We've got to be able to do that to be effective.
The analogy of a swarm of killer bees comes to mind. Clearly what we have are these drones able to perceive their environment, but then interact with each other to adjust their course and to move as if they were a single entity.
In recent years, our military has begun employing drone swarms programmed with artificial intelligence in the skies of Middle Eastern battlefields.
In Syria, we're seeing drone programming invaded into Syrian territory. It's all testing this technology. Drone swarms are going to overtake this whole thing. This is the future.
But this future is not without ominous concerns. If AI is derived from alien technology, as UFO investigators suspect, can we trust it? What if it was sent here as a Trojan horse to be used against ourselves?
There are huge issues that need to be addressed with this technology. One of them is targeting, and especially the use of lethal force.
That's a real challenge because it can work so quickly. You can take humans out of the loop. You can do that
autonomous drone, there could be like collateral damage. A human pilot could descend into something near a hospital so they would pass their target. But when you have kind of a smart weapon attached to a computer program, it doesn't do that. So it's important to have a human mind.
What if some foreign nations or non-state actors hack into the US technology? Are we going to see swarms of killer drones turned against them? This is the future. These things could be used in mass killings, but they could also be used in targeted assassinations. And they are very, very difficult to defend against.
The problem is that we still decide who the bad guys are. Wait till AI begins to decide who the bad guys are. No, it's not us.
What happens when we lose control of the AI operating our military weapons? And what if artificial intelligence really is a Trojan horse? If it continues to develop with such incredible speed, will mankind survive? Coming up.
We are looking at a weird amalgam of biological genetic engineering combined with AI. Artificial intelligence robots are walking through the planet and eventually they might not us.
Have we asked people who said they've had Domino's stuffed crust pizza before to compare it to our new stuffed crust?
Better than what I have heard.
Only Domino's has never had stuffed crust before.
Are you serious?
Until now. Introducing Domino's new and first ever stuffed crust pizza. Try one for the first time tonight.
Phenomenal.
When allergies throw a sucker punch, the power of Claritin D punches back harder. Get fast, powerful relief of your worst symptoms, like nasal congestion. Claritin clears.
Subway $6.99 for literally any foot-long deal is headed to overtime. Fresh sliced deli meat, fresh crispy veggies. Too much good stuff. Order now in the Subway app. Use code 699FL now. Deal's only here until April 2nd.
You'll be back! Eagles can't help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Well, I'll be. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The cheese-it craze can happen anywhere. So eat Cheez-It any way you can.
Alright, this lady gets it. It's on the tail want it, need it, cheese it.
Choose Advil Liquid Gels for faster, stronger, and longer-lasting relief than Tylenol Rapid Release Gels. Because Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. So for faster pain relief, Advil, the pain away. Government plus care.
Welcome to the team. Thanks.
That's the thing about
Delta-Min helps neutralize odor-causing bacteria that thrive on stress sweat.
Really needs more salt.
Get comfortable, but not uncomfortable. Care changes everything.
Risky's world.
Come on, let's explore.
That's made with real salmon.
Oh, I know. Little soups for cats.
Here's the delicious taste of tuna with treasure.
Definitely coming back to the
Friskies, always more to explore.
Guys, got hair loss? I know what you're thinking. Should I shave my head? Comb it over? Wear a hat? Just stop. This is 1970. Keep your hair and your confidence because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts, can give you your real hair back permanently. Check them out because they're giving away an absolutely free information kit and a free gift card to everyone who scans this QR code. Dude, you don't have to look like your dad because this isn't your dad's hair loss treatment. People all over the country trust Bosley because they're ahead of the curve. They use the latest technology to give you your real hair back. And the best part, Bosley's permanent solution is protected by the Bosley Guarantee. Let them show you through how awesome your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit and a gift card for $250 off. Scan the QR code. Don't wait. Scan the code
That John was
now
from
and ask about the Bosley
scary ass
Guarantee.
shit. Even when I saw his ass coming down the block, I was straight up.
Kurzweil, a top executive at Google and world-renowned futurist, artificial intelligence will attain the level of human intelligence in just 10 more years.
I'll be here, Canadian.
Kurzweil further theorizes that human intelligence will eventually be multiplied a billion-fold by merging with the artificial intelligence we created.
At what point do we say that we've got a conscious machine that is now so far advanced with human beings that maybe we're not the dominant species anymore? Do we combine with these machines and become super advanced, highly intelligent cyborgs, biological cyborgs, or will they find us obsolete?
If AI is derived from alien technology, could this slow takeover of the human race be a way to eliminate Earthlings without the need for war, as some speculate? And are we continuing to accelerate this possibility with current research? As of July 2017, with 65 million in new funds, DARPA is developing neural implants that allow the human brain to communicate directly with computer interfaces.
Right, that sounds like it would be a pretty easy task to tap into those signals and decide what it is that you're thinking about. So, for example, you want to look up something on the internet. Okay, so you just read those signals, he wants to look this up on the internet, and suddenly up comes your browser and shows you what you're looking for. I talked to people in Silicon Valley about this, and they say it's 10 years away, this kind of brain-machine interface working at a pretty high level.
Might a future in which humans are replaced by AI technology be here sooner than we think? One of the greatest minds of our age, Stephen Hawking, predicted this kind of grim future by writing, "The development of full artificial intelligence could spell the end of the human race."
Could it be that this artificial intelligence, these robots, have the ability to replicate themselves? They can control the planet, and eventually they might not need us.
The point at which technological growth may result in profound changes to human civilization is known as the singularity.
We have a program that can foresee its own upgrading needs and its own ability to reprogram itself. Well, that's when you're really in danger of losing control over the processor. And the artificial intelligence becomes the dominant intelligence. AI people call that the singularity. The question is this going to be really happening?
In fact, some scholars fear that artificial intelligence may one day decide not to
Hey, yo,
support the
you knew the stories, right?
existence of humanity.
What happens when it does perhaps regard biological life as a threat? It would want to preserve itself and it would want to deal with that threat. So AI will want to survive, improve, and reproduce. What does that mean for humanity? It might not be good news. The usual thought is, look, if the machines start getting out of control, we just turn them off. Unfortunately, the machines will be aware of that possibility. You cannot pull the plug. That's the first thing they're going to do, to make sure you can't stop them. I mean, that's a nice idea, but I think it's naive.
Alarm bells are already ringing in many academic circles where artificial intelligence is considered a serious threat to our way of life. Might they already know that AI is derived from alien contact? The University of Connecticut article, never before seen on national television, authorized by Susan Schneider, suggests that an alien race could be post-biological, which means it may have merged with artificial intelligence to become part machine.
I certainly believe for a long time that what we see in the human personality is almost certainly the product of a very, very highly advanced artificial intelligence. So the real question is, are the beings that we talk about in the thoughts, are the biological creations, from the artificial intelligence, we're in a future where we are like kind of biological genetic engineering combined with it.
Schneider also theorizes that the more this civilization is, the more likely it will begin enhancing itself with technology.
When you look at the advanced technology in just a few decades, one can only speculate what other civilizations might have achieved. And in a universe nearly 14 billion years old, we might not be dealing with civilizations a few hundred or even thousand years ahead of us, but millions of years ahead of us, perhaps billions of years ahead.
Lastly, Schneider suggests advanced hominid beings might not be carbon-based like humans, but mostly silica, because it's a superior medium for superintelligence and interstellar travel.
Interstellar travel would be difficult, if not impossible, for biological life. If interstellar travel takes as long as we say that it will, history won't be any way.
For UFO researchers, evidence of such an interstellar travel may have already been discovered. But could there be a connection between this visitor and AI technology here on Earth? Come on, let's explore! Little soups for cats!
Here's the delicious taste of tuna with treasure.
Definitely coming back.
Friskies, always more to explore.
Kettle one vodka. Champagne's ready. Cocktail coming on us next to the list.
Choose Advil liquid gels for faster, stronger, and longer lasting relief than Tylenol rapid release gels. Because Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. So for faster pain relief, Advil, the pain away.
The cheese and craze can happen anywhere. So eat cheese it. Anywhere you can.
Alright, this lady gets it. It's on the tail. Want it?
Government budget. Probably too. Thanks.
That's the thing.
Duck Mint helps neutralize odor-causing bacteria that thrive on stress sweat.
Really needs more salt.
Get comfortable, but uncomfortable. It changes everything.
Josh Gates investigates a Titanic conspiracy.
Spoiler alert, it involves so much more than just an iceberg.
Expedition Files, new season premieres Wednesday, April 16th on Discovery.
You say a Christmas case?
Accidents happen every day. Sweep it up the easy way with the Helio Air Broom, the lightweight, flexible broom that's sweeping the nation. Watch, ordinary brooms only get half the mess, but Air Broom's ultra-flex blade is specially designed to lift and grip and leave nothing behind. And with the Helio Dust Man, you'll never miss a thing. For pets, it's the best. Just look how easy pet hair goes right on a carpet. Big messes, small messes, dry messes, even wet messes. Helio gets them all and brings it clean every time. You'll love Helio or your money back guarantee. So get your ultra flexible Helio Air Broom at HelioAirBroom.com for just $29.99. Or call the Purple Boat to order today, and we'll include our Helio Dustman absolutely free. Plus the Helio Loop, yours free too. Great for cleaning up cat hair in the car. That's right, you get it all. A $60 value for only $29.99. So order now.
They want to repair by things that have been.
How do you want to take this out?
I don't know.
Go on board or we'll back out.
I'm trying.
Naked and Afraid. See it first. Sunday big on Discovery. Next stream next day on Discovery Plus. The third time. The veterans and the rookies compete to renovate 4 identical houses with their own signature style. Mark the Box season premiere April 14th at 9 on ABC.
creates this alien type of landscape. Why this? Why an alien landscape? Why not something that we know of here? Why something that seems so foreign, so alien to us?
Left to its own imagination, why would artificial intelligence create shapes and images that look distinctly otherworldly?
I think it's really interesting is when the computer and the artificial intelligence is programmed to be creative on its own. And the players themselves that they get and they make their voice. In many fundamental ways, an alien language and an alien form of thinking.
If advances in human technology were derived from contact with UFOs, as investigators believe, might the same be said of artificial intelligence? And if so, could we be witness to the emergence of extraterrestrial intelligence? See it within our hour.
Programs that are self-aware, individuals have consciousness. We should ask ourselves whether this AI is found out its programming, or could it be from somewhere else?
Artificial intelligence is likened to consciousness of a human being. It's a machine that's a whole body of metal. And you give it enough neurological processing power where it can make its own decisions, it can navigate for itself, it can make choices. You can then obtain what it appears to have this sentient consciousness and have the ability to think for itself. And that's what artificial intelligence will do.
If artificial intelligence really is an alien technology, such a thing as a Trojan horse, is it possible that our progress with this technology is being monitored? UFO researchers say the answer may have arrived on November 20th, 2017. Look what? At the Honolulu High Altitude Observatory, NASA astronomers using the Point Star Survey Telescope during the nightly scan for nuclear objects such as comets and asteroids spot a mysterious dark object moving across the sky.
Something about the size of a quarter of a mile long, very huge, like a sea dog. But because of its orbit being so high, it isn't a member of the sun's family. It isn't like all the other comets and asteroids. It's just one from our solar system.
Hawaii for the first message and traveling at 86,000 miles per hour. This cosmic object is the scientists' probably perplexed.
It was so unreasonable that even professional astronomers are asking, what is this thing?
Observations reveal the object has highly unusual characteristics.
This object, God said, it also seems to change course near speed and may have been using our sun as a revolution system to get out into space.
Only the question remains, what exactly is it?
How did you find one of the science fiction show on the drama many years ago in which he said, maybe we really need a Colorado asteroid or a comet, and everything will go on. He said, but I'm usually going to go to the sun. So a lot of people thought, well, maybe that's what it's doing. It really is.
While some scientists disagree with this Raman theory, others like Avi Loeb, chair of Harvard's astronomy department, speculate that rendezvous with Raman may be closer to the truth.
Alternatively, more exotic scenario is that Oumuamua may be a typical version of the second by an alien civilization.
Or if this interstellar truth is simply to gather data about the Trojan experience on Earth.
doctor about a week of sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts right away. Antidepressants may increase these risks. Report fever, confusion, stiff muscles, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High cholesterol and weight gain may occur, as can high blood sugar, which may be fatal. Common side effects are sleepiness, dizziness, nausea, and dry mouth. These aren't all the side effects.
Ask your doctor how Caplyta can help. Let us know. Find savings at Caplyta.com.
Advil targeted relief. The only topical pain reliever with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that start working on contact to target tough pain at the source for up to 8 hours of powerful relief. Advil targeted relief.
The cheese and craze can happen anywhere. So eat Cheez-It. Anywhere you can.
Alright, this lady gets it. Tips on the tail. Want it, need it, cheese it.
Buying a car is kind of a big deal, but you use the Car Gurus app. That's Price Drop Alert. So the deals come to you. Oops. Big deals right when you need them. Car Gurus. Download the app today.
Josh Gaines investigates a Titanic conspiracy. Spoiler alert, it involves so much more than just an iceberg. Expedition Files. Season premieres Wednesday.
Hey there, what's shaking?
The first time, the veterans compete to renovate 4 identical houses. They're all signature style.
Season premiere April 14th at 9 on HGTV. For the scientific community, questions of what to make of the extraordinary interstellar visitor named Oumuamua remain unanswered. But is it possible, as some believe, they were sent to monitor Earth's technological advances?
They scanned Oumuamua and found no active signals coming from it. What hasn't been revealed is that's the sort of thing that might actually activate a dormant extraterrestrial program. And of course this raises quite many possibilities. An extraterrestrial intelligence might not want to be detected.
Warnings about the unintended consequences of encountering extraterrestrials were voiced in 2010 when famed astrophysicist Stephen Hawking claimed that intelligent aliens may be working for Mars, only because of its incentive resources to plunder and plans to colonize. But might an advanced interstellar civilization also be on the lookout for planets with inhabitants that may one day pose a threat to them? And if so, what exactly might they fear most?
It is very possible that the most significant product of our entire existence may well be future artificial intelligence and the development of any new runaway singularity of artificial intelligence where AI becomes the dominant intelligence on planet Earth could be of potentially great and grave significance to any other alien species that's out there.
Could we be confronted in the not-too-distant future by a non-biological AI species apprehensive about our own artificial intelligence? Might they feel threatened? And if so, would it be the ultimate irony if such conflict was brought about by scientific breakthroughs here on Earth derived from UFO technology? Some researchers believe our military is already developing revolutionary space-based weapon systems for our defense. Evidence of this in the headline news on December 18, 2018, when President Trump ordered the creation of a space command, a new branch of the armed services that
Now, some people in the saying this is designed to counter an extraterrestrial threat. And the feeling in some quarters is that this is a real threat, possibly an existential threat, and we need to be ready for it. So President Trump's Space Force is coming, and it's going to be hunter-killer satellites armed with lasers, and whether they're current weapons or future tech, there is going to be both a defensive capability and an offensive capability.
Should the day come when interstellar war might be managed with the use of artificial intelligence, will AI save us or help destroy us? We may never know until it's too late. The outcome will depend on whether AI proves ultimately friendly to humans, or perhaps was gifted to the Earth years ago, like a Trojan horse, only to be weakened and turned against us by a dominant alien technology. Immortals descending to Earth in chariots of fire.
These UFOs have been seen for thousands of years.
Intelligent life from other worlds. A holy shrine marking the site of otherworldly activity.
The site itself could be significant to UFOs and extraterrestrials.
And gods converging on perhaps the holiest site of all.
That's always built a temple like this.
Signs of the product of our reverence for God. Or are we the result of contact?
I got the light taken away because the light brings less light, less heat. I'm sure you can agree with me on Jalasha, you know what she put on? She's sitting outside. Where's that going?
Along the northern shores of the Mediterranean Sea, in southern Europe, is Greece. Home to some of the oldest cities in the world, continuously inhabited for nearly 5,000 years. More recently, Greece is also home to frequent sightings of UFOs. Like this strange craft captured
Not
by an airline
continuously.
passenger flying over the Aegean Sea in 2018.
Greece has seen like a five-fold increase in UFO sightings recently. There have been well over 50 documented cases that just isn't explainable by conventional technology.
Like this brightly lit UFO seen over Thessaloniki, Greece in 2014.
We're talking about spheres, discs, triangles, all coming in and out of the atmosphere.
But what could attract such an unusual level of otherworldly activity? Researchers say clues can be found in the numerous once magnificent temples built to honor the ancient Greek gods. One such site is high atop Mount Parnassus in central Greece, the sanctuary of Apollo at Delphi, a site once filled with astonishing temple structures dedicated to Apollo, one of the most important and beloved of Greek gods, who is the son of Zeus, ruler of the gods. Apollo
You got it right here.
is the sun
So when you
and
get up.
light, prophecy and knowledge, and more.
The sanctuary Delphi is in the mountains north of Athens. It's the kind of place that you'd expect a pilgrimage to have. It's someplace that's difficult to get to.
All right, okay, so
To build it there.
those
It's
coordinates,
uphill and,
they're
you know,
one of
and
Everhart's munition test sites.
varying spots.
We have some shopping to do, my friend, and today we're in the market for one of their heavy lift choppers. Trust me, once we got this thing, we can steal the Titan ammo. Your friend Oscar is always 2 steps ahead, huh?
It was said that this was the home of Apollo. According to Greek myths and legends, all of these temples are actually temples to these sky beings.
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can bring 'em around.
Came to Earth way back at the dawn of antiquity.
Legends of the Greek god have made it all
It's
throughout
coming at
time.
you.
In fact, our own moon mission was named the Apollo mission after the Greek god.
According to Greek mythology, this breathtaking site was also home to the famous horror place, High Priestess.
Now, Apollo was supposed to be a great airship. He was the god of prophecy and agriculture and beauty. And what was interesting to me, because usually the oracle was a woman, okay? And Apollo spoke in
pass on the information that Apollo had conveyed to her to the people, and they would then implement those commands.
But is it possible that this interaction between a human and a dog could actually be an interaction between a human and a more advanced being?
Most of the guys, okay, interact with humans, chicken. So that leaves the question, it's an obvious question, we all know why. Does this represent actual humans?
Point to the shocking and influential book, Chariots of the Gods, in which author Eric von Däniken proposes that the stories of Greek gods are far more than mere mythology.
Eric von Däniken suggested that all of these ancient Greek gods were actually extraterrestrials who come to Earth to dominate and rule the place. Now this is
Have you used jammers much? They're easy, but you know the thing is, you gotta remember to unjam before you jack. I'm serious. Once I got knocked in a stolen single prop, I seen two Google agents shaking their heads at me from the runway. Man, that shit still haunts me. So, everyone has this elite thing for serious shit. The more you cause problems, the more likely they're gonna call in the big guns. That includes the heavy lift choppers we need. Plan's pretty simple. Plant some jammers, cause some chaos. Then, when air support flies in, jam their flight system and boom! You got yourself a chopper. Unlike on other bases, it won't be hard to find. I mean, the sound of heavy ammunition ain't subtle, but, you know.
Diving deeper to explore whether or not the Greek gods could be connected to extraterrestrials, the ancient Greek myths.
You see the locations I've been? That's where to plant the jammers. Optimal impact, huh?
According to their mythology, these sky gods used advanced technology, fired thunderbolts and accident each other, conducted wars amongst themselves, and even made war on human beings, and basically dominated the Greek culture for centuries.
So, they had access to technology that obviously the average person didn't have. So when we talk about the gods and the way they're described, it seems more that they are of the
It seems to me that the god Apollo was an advanced being that literally came here, probably from another planet or another solar system, and used his UFO technology to fly around and influence people on planet Earth.
Our ancestors were
So I was looking at their catalog, you know, just to scope out their kit, of course. And they stock a real nice range of vehicles. If you see something, maybe with weapons we could use, we could seal it for when we hit the Titan.
we are not alone, and that we have been visited by other celestial intelligences.
And perhaps that's what happened at this fabled place called Delphi, where Apollo spoke to the people through the oracle, and why the Greeks built the temple at Delphi for Apollo, while von Daniken's book ordered modern-day researchers to consider specific that ancient gods were actually extraterrestrial visitors. A far older source of evidence exists to support this idea, and it's found in sacred texts revealed at the largest religious temple in the world. Coming up.
Why make it look exactly like what like talk like it looks like?
No contradictions.
There's one of the most terrifying things I've ever done.
I'm going to take this out.
I don't know.
Go for it, or will that happen?
I'm sorry, I'm scared.
See it first, Sony made on Discovery and streaming today on Discovery Plus. You see those just
This is big. This connects everything.
That's episodes Fridays at 9 on TNT. Sundays, for helping folks clear out their clutter, collect their valuables, split the profits.
I can't tell you guys enough.
Sundays on Discovery.
But she's crazy to have it anyway. So she's any way you can.
Alright, this lady gets it. It's on the tail want it, need it, cheese it.
Hooray, hooray, Minnie has the phone clean control over for 72 hours. It's so gentle. That direct chemical pumping about 1 minute is feeling burning or irritation on pits, feet, or private. Way to go, Lily. If that feels, go to LumiFeel.com.
Got one more.
With USPS Ground Connect, it's like the witness every step of the way. Definitely coming back.
Choose Advil Liquid Gels for faster, stronger, and longer lasting relief than Tylenol Rapid Release Gels. Because Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. So for faster pain relief, Advil, the pain away.
Thinking of updating my kitchen? Yes. This year, we are finally updating our kitchen in subway tile and an ivory or eggshell or even maybe bone. Don't get me started on the quartz.
For everyone who talks about doing that thing, but never does that thing, Chase has financial guidance.
Really? Really?
At home or in person.
Also check out a Chase Money Store.
That's guidance from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
Want a yard you'll love for less? Fast Growing Trees makes it easy. Get expert advice, order from home, and shop thousands of fruit trees, privacy trees, shrubs, and more delivered to your door. Save 15% on your dream yard at Fast Growing Trees with code TREES.
Serving around here?
Are you button Frankfurt?
Experience certainty with Fort Improve. High quality promotional products, expert service, and on-time delivery. Visit FortImprove.com.
Thank you guys on basketball lunch show. Concerts and football games. Getting the tickets, you're like, oh, go to check out. It's still such a good deal. There's no extra fee.
Nice openings if they were together.
Carvex.com.
Hey, Sleepy, nice boots. Where'd you get those?
Carvex.com. Exclusive deals for first responders, military, and law enforcement. Only at Carvex.com.
Josh Gaines investigates a Titanic conspiracy.
Spoiler alert, it involves so much more than just an iceberg.
Expedition Files, new season premieres Wednesday, April 16th on Discovery.
Researchers believe Greek myths about the sanctuary of Apollo may point to an early connection between humans and extraterrestrials. And the idea that sacred sites are somehow linked with ancient alien visitors isn't limited to the Greek gods. Southeast Asia. Bangkok, Gulf of Thailand, yet 20 minutes north of the city, is a colossal 1,000-acre Buddhist temple. Known as Wat Phra Dhammakaya, this religious site was built about 50 years ago in 1970. 8 times bigger than Vatican City, this temple is the world's largest religious complex.
It can hold more people than any other temple or sacred site on the planet, and it was actually fairly recently established by a very specific branch of the Thai Buddhist Church.
The temple's golden dome and the outer spherical surface are decorated with 300,000 gilded Buddha statuettes.
It's a very supernatural structure. So what would make the Buddhists build a temple this large, and what is the significance of its shape? Because the way that the structure is built, it resembles a modern-day classic UFO.
To most observers, the visual impact of the temple is supernatural, as it glimmers, appearing to hover UFO-like over meditation grounds, large enough to accommodate 1 million Buddhists hailing from countless countries.
What's truly incredible is that on the doors of the structure, there are images of flying discs which look exactly like the building itself.
Why make it look exactly like what everybody talks about the UFO looks like? In my personal opinion, I believe that the Buddhists were trying to copy or mimic something that they believe will engage mankind, maybe in this kind of thing.
Evidence of this, say UFO researchers, can be found in 45 confirmed sightings of UFOs over this region of Thailand since the year 2000.
13 of those took place at 1 year, the site itself. Now, it seems as though the presence of this flying saucer temple has actually attracted more attention from the guys in the sky.
But could the UFO sightings at this temple's location be about something much more than just a saucer-like ship, and something far more ancient? Researchers say the answer is yes, and point to the evidence in the Buddhist Pali Canon. This family collection of scriptures in the Theravada Buddhist tradition that states, the realms of existence are divided into 3 distinct worlds, and in each there are many little realms.
For my own experiences in Mahayana Buddhism
Got it.
and Zen Buddhism, Buddhism sees no contradictions in its world-forming dimensions. Many deities are worshipped.
Sometimes the advanced knowledge passed down from generation to generation through Buddhist religion that allow you to know
Further evidence within the Buddhist scriptures suggests that humans communicate with other worlds. In the sensuous world, there are destinations that include our own human realm, as well as several realms occupied by other beings.
What they're saying is sometimes on other worlds, you don't communicate using voice, you don't communicate using sound, you simply communicate with telepathic instructions. That's really interesting because a lot of UFO abductees here on Earth have had the same kind of experience. There's actually a higher means of communication.
The scripture also speaks about communicating across time and space. Sermons may be given from one world to another, with a flash of light. Although scholars believe the Buddhist scripture is not descriptive of actual events, UFO researchers point out that it often refers to devas, which are otherworldly beings or deities. The fine material world consists of 16 realms, whose inhabitants or beings possess extremely refined bodies and human lives.
Got an itchy throat from allergies? Clarity Liquid provides powerful all-day allergy relief in an instant soothing liquid. For relief of even your most irritating symptoms, like an itchy throat. Clarity. With Clarity.
Risky's world.
What? Let's explore.
That's made with real salmon.
Oh, I found little soups for cats.
Here's the distance. No treasure.
Definitely coming back.
Okay, jammers are primed.
More to explore. I'm a huge fan
Now
of
for my
full body
favorite
view,
part.
like in North Nigeria, as you
Hit
can
the
imagine,
test site as hard as you
and
can. I mean, really mess it
and so
up.
much more.
The more
And the
damage you
mom's not
cause,
gonna
the sooner they
finding
go for
something that
backup.
controls the odor is really hard, and Lumi does that for me. I can do so much. Until even the delicate areas. I love recommending process and ways to connect yourself. That's how I feel confident in sharing Lumi's whole body care brand.
Choose Agile Liquid Gels for faster, stronger, and longer-lasting relief than Tylenol Rapid Release Gels. Because Agile plays pain at the source of inflammation. So for faster pain relief, Agile, depend on it. You'll be back! Cleaners will help people customize and take the individual! Only pay for what you need. Liberty, 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 liberty.
Judge Gates investigates anti-consent conspiracy.
So much more than just an iceberg.
Expedition 5 mid-season premieres Wednesday, April 16th on Discovery. Detecting my country. Back-to-back episodes Fridays at 9 on CBC.
Keep causing chaos, huh? We want those reinforcements.
I'm going to take this out. Go one more back. I can't tell you guys enough. Sundays at 10 on Discovery. When it comes to the link between secret temples and other religious entities, we simply believe eyewitness accounts have been down over time in myths and religious texts into scholarly evidence. But they say such chronicles need to originate from the holy place in question. Example is cited revered as the holiest city by the world's second largest religion and practiced by 24% of the world's population. 50 miles east of the Red Sea, in western Saudi Arabia, stands the sacred city of Mecca, home to millions of believers of Islam and the birthplace of the Prophet Muhammad.
This is a sacred city of the Islamic religion, and that no one is allowed to go there unless they are a Muslim.
Mecca's most famous landmark and Islam's oldest
That's
site
what I
is
wanna
the
hear.
Grand Mosque. And in the center is a sacred cube-shaped structure known as the Kaaba. In the central religious text of Islam, the Quran, the history of Mecca goes back to Abraham,
itself is significant to what those addresses. A lot of people are trying to dismiss these videos as being flocks of birds, but that seems extremely unlikely because birds are not nesting.
Some sightings have a connection to the Islamic teachings, say Mecca and the Grand Mosque, and the central figure of the Islamic world.
And if you are of the gospel, you will respond once in your lifetime to go visit Mecca. The pilgrimage is called Hajj.
It's also been performed for nearly 1,400 years.
According to the Quran, you are required to circle Kaaba 7 times.
You tell him. You tell him.
So in such pictures, investigators and Islamic tradition.
Alright, you could ride up for a drop-off, or you can wait and hook it up to a chopper later. Now I'm thinking the weaponry on that vehicle could be real useful when we face down the Titan.
In Dogtown, we take Albions with their basics. Keep it simple. That's why Dogtown is made with high-quality protein and milk bowls. Purina Dogtown. Keep life simple. When hours throw a sucker punch, the power of Clarity Dew punches back harder. Because powerful relief of the worst symptoms. Clarity Clear.
I have NASH, a serious form of fatty liver disease that's commonly there's an
Because Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. So for faster pain relief, Advil, the pain away.
I'm certain it's level 5. Certainty matters. For Imprint is your home for promo deals, loud price, and inspired routine. Check out imprint.com. Or Imprint or certain.
What'd you say? Chickpea. Look. What? There are no hidden fees. Would you like to see that shit? Oh. I sell deodorant for a living, but not just any deodorant. Whole body deodorant is not I know whole body deodorant is not Plus, connect by doctor. We stop over before it starts. Now get this. Because our deodorants are free from any harsh chemicals, you look safely anywhere on your body. Customers get 30% off at shopmando.com. I want to get this out. Don't pour the oral back out.
I'm sorry, I'm
So make on Discovery Extra Mix Day on Discovery Plus. Josh Games investigates a time-travel conspiracy. Involves so much more than just an iceberg. Expedition 5. On Discovery. Researchers believe there is persuasive evidence of a connection between sacred places and extraterrestrial activity in the past and present. There is only one place on Earth with such an access half the world's population. Temple Mount, Old City, Jerusalem. In a place known as the Holy Land, breaking news reports on January 28, 2011 show a glowing orb hovering in the sky. Slowly descend over the iconic dome of the rock. Before shooting sky like a rocket.
Pictures and video were taken of this UFO from many different angles. Hundreds of people, maybe thousands of people saw it in the international news. And just as slowly now to stop, its speed is estimated at about 4,000 miles an hour.
Hundreds of people have filmed videos from different angles and methods in a series of events. Takes place over the most secure, no Pilgrims from all corners of the globe arrive at Temple Mount to worship God.
Temple Mount is probably the most contested piece of real estate on the planet because it's revered by three major religions. There's Islam, there's Christianity, and then there's Judaism. The Muslims revere it because it's where Muhammad went to and visited Islam, and also where he ascended in
Temple Mount is very important to Jerusalem because in ancient times it was the location of ancient temple of Jerusalem. And the Christian faith, Temple Mount is very important because that is the place where Jesus traveled to and appeared several times. As a matter of fact, on one occasion, he wrote many things. So this is why this faith is found in a very important place. So it is around the world.
Oh, yeah.
sanctuary place, and in ancient time these were sacred structures for even villages.
Some people think the site was a landing pad or a launching pad for a spacecraft to come and go. And it's just as past that.
One day, on the bottom connection to the solar waves of light can do so. What scientists say about the possibility of intelligent life in the universe? There are those who say that the rise of a sacred site revealed by the thinker the world's greatest creator.
It's on the tail now. Why not need it? Seize it.
Very requires power to all intelligence to investigate.
You want to see something else? You want to see something else?
Seriously. But we do now. So if you can use it to help your Amazon storefront,
Government Westbrook. 17
Before the next commercial, find out if you're overpaying for car insurance. FinanceBuzz.com compares the rates of over 90 carriers for EVs, Genvos, and Legs and Lamcos to see what gives you the best price. Go to FinanceBuzz.com.
I'm going to take this out. Go for it, or we'll back out.
I'm sorry, I'm
Many sacred sites around the world have ancient myths, legends, and sacred scripture describing the interaction with gods who came down from the sky. What if this contact was really with extraterrestrial entities? In the western nation of India, in the Maharashtra province, the Colosseum temple is believed to have been constructed in the 8th century AD. And when I first see something like that, I think
not supposed to. In fact, the harder it was, the greater the development.
This Southern Temple complex is renowned for its exotic setting, interesting architecture, historic art, and colorful gardens.
Somebody saw an entire temple complex locked inside a rock and walked off.
Visited by thousands of worshippers of Hinduism, the temple is dedicated to the Hindu god Shiva and was named for Mount Kamasena in the nearby Himalayas.
Oh, yeah.
Very home of Shiva.
Oh, yeah.
The temple was built
Oh, yeah.
on
You shouldn't watch stuff like this. Why do you follow stuff like that?
I get all kinds of random stuff on my phone.
other gods being brought up and worshipped. Now, she talked about the progression of proceed. First of all, the power is to destroy people of the world to
According to mainstream scholars, it's estimated that 400,000 tons of basalt rock was excavated from the site of this volcanic mountain by monks using only hammers and
So when you see
chisels, an
stuff
effort
like
that
that,
took
you
nearly
can
25 years to complete. But today, engineers remain baffled as to how this could have been achieved. They believe about 2 tons of rock would have to be removed every hour around the clock for 25 years straight to cover this time frame, all while finding artistic masterpieces in the process. Such a feat would be well beyond even capability at the time, before any action was
That's a fraud.
According to ancient legends handed down by the original people of this region, the Kalasa temple was actually built between 1 year.
Every 2 months, these moms get together to consider.
What is special about this being like a little block? If it's not in a house, the women sure are all very accepting. Why do you think people
Moms that smoke weed should be just acceptable as moms that drink wine. It should be, something that is exactly the same.
And do you think that they're not treated like that?
Not at all.
Needs to be some accountability on this. Now, given what the head of the Armed Services Committee said last week, that the Pentagon is still mystified by these drones, I imagine that we're going to be hearing more and more calls for transparency and accountability in the coming months.
Rich McHugh with that, thank you. Still ahead, a child told the babysitter there was a monster under the bed, but what the babysitter found was much, much worse.
Yeah, the Mexican dude up underneath the bed. The babysitter had to fight him off. Because the little kid said there was a monster underneath the bed. She looked under there and there was somebody there. It was like an aunt or something like that. The one that's babysitting the kid.
Oh, shit.
Now, into the Sabotage. The freestyle league gives us those attractive vehicles to real time. And over time, it can help you lower what you want to see. This is progress. Learn more on how you can work freestyle league at
I started this with one goal, rethinking how we care for our parents. Our rice waters, shampoos, and scrubs have proteins, vitamins, and amino acids to support healthy hair growth. Find out more at mykids.com.
Need some help?
We could have a money.
What?
That's sort of the same business.
Bedrooms, luxurious living rooms, delectable dining sets, best-selling mattresses, and motion sofas with all the bells and whistles for under $1,000. There's only one thing to say.
When our numbers guy Frank goes on vacation,
Go off, friends.
the deals on the most affordable German-engineered car brand in America.
Leviathan.
Just ask our
See, Leviathan was the female, and the behemoth was the male.
Hop in during Volkswagen dealers. $2,500 customer bonus on usual 25 Atlas from Volkswagen dealers.
Hey, I'm going, man, before you take advantage.
Without the natural price tag. Herbal essences.
So I can take the staples? Yep. So you already bought a bunch of all one. You're not gonna take? You can take home every set. Those strong? Okay. I see that in your phone. That guy's hot. We're gonna let that guy keep his head, but want some more basket? No bags, I'm good.
Like this. He did the right thing. She wants to do it. He did the right thing. He was the right to talk.
Babysitter trying to reassure a child there was no monster under the bed came face to face with this man. Police say suspect Martin Sevilla Lobos
Yes.
was indeed hiding under the child's bed.
Let me see.
After a brief scuffle, he took off. Now, police arrested him the
Yeah,
next
that's
day.
nice.
They say he used to live at the home but is under a court order
That's
to
what
stay
you
away.
want.
He's now facing a slew of charges including kidnapping, burglary, battery, and endangerment.
Okay.
We are tracking the devastation and the rising death toll after the
And that's what
powerful
you want to hear?
earthquake that hit Myanmar yesterday tonight,
Okay.
standing at more than 1,600.
Yes.
The 7.7 magnitude quake among the biggest to hit the Southeast Asian nation in the last century, destroying buildings, crippling airports, bridges, and highways.
I don't have
And this
a
came
Wi-Fi
amid the
that'll
country's
fit
civil
for
war.
on mine.
Now, a partial ceasefire has been announced to aid earthquake relief efforts. The quake also hitting neighboring Thailand, where it killed 10 people there. As Health and Human Services Secretary RFK Jr. announced major cuts to its workforce. I'll be sitting down with the former CDC director during President Trump's first term. His reaction to the move as the country is dealing with the measles outbreak. Stay with us. Watching our balance, by definition, we have to look at the world through the lens of all warnings. What is Congress's role right now? What's your role? Not with gotcha questions, not with pandering questions, but with tough questions. Political gravity isn't watching us. Is that starting to change? Our government identity, what's happening, and why it's happening.
Weeknights at 9, 8 central, and on News Nation. James didn't get back. He left bedtime because it was necessary. I'll call you back. Hang on, Mr. Sullivan.
Hold your horses. We're going to check his alibi.
I don't really know what it is I'm looking for, to be honest with you.
But he did. For good sake, keep the body and gun. No more. Stop with your distraction of murder. How often do people get murdered around here?
It's a puzzle. How will it have to be solved?
Thanks for calling Consumer Cellular. Rate number 1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction.
Hi, my friend Linda has you guys that gets way better coverage than I do.
Sounds like Linda has a beat.
Not at bowling.
Breaking up a little.
Are you really ranked number 1 in coverage?
Yep. And plans start at just $20.
Oh, what lessons for Linda? You're embarrassing yourself. Here's my phone works. Switch to the carrier rate number 1 in network coverage satisfaction. Call or visit Consumer Cellular today.
When you've got it, you know it. Introducing the X-Pack from Copperfield. Our groundbreaking technology designed for compression support of your lower back and core like you've never experienced before. Engineered with a patent-pending advanced mix compression system. The X-Pack equally distributes the support across a broader surface area of your back for relief of lower back aches and pains.
The technology is fantastic. I feel a big area of support. And we have something different about this.
A super lightweight mesh fabric, innovated for unmatched breathability to increase airflow and release excess heat.
You have to try it. You haven't done it. You're giving a kind of support. And you need the back pain that you have to be on the
Coverage-used fabric, made with the most advanced material system for your support and lighter than air comfort.
It's just relaxing all that tension that you get.
Wow, oh, that feels great.
I've tried a lot of those in the past. Nothing like this. Now the history of back issues, man, this is really hard to believe what I'm feeling right now.
An orthopedic design, alloy support pad, and 4 built-in flexible stabilizers to help improve the life and promote better posture.
Here's the thing, when I have off triathlon, there's pain. With the belt, there's absolutely no pain. For me, it was like, okay, is this really happening? I really haven't felt anything like this before.
The all-new X-Pack from Copperfield, the most effective, breathable, customizable support for relief of lower back pain you will ever wear. Guaranteed for your money back. Get yours now at getxpack.com for only 2 payments of $29.99 or call 1-800-273-5715. Order right now and your shipping is free.
This is by far the best support that I've found.
If you're like, can you come to the world? It's like to.
The all-new X-Pack from Copperfield. Feel the difference.
Tonight on News Nation 5. The Tesla takedown ramping up. Electric car dealerships across the country surrounded by protesters decrying Elon Musk's involvement in the U.S. government. A global day of action coming as Teslas have been targeted, with vandals even throwing Molotov cocktails at vehicles. Investigated as domestic terrorism by the DOJ. We have the minute-by-minute updates on the mass protests. Plus, Elon Musk making waves in Wisconsin ahead of a crucial state Supreme Court race. The world's richest man set to hand over multiple $1 million checks to voters. More on why the state election has Musk's full attention.
And a deportation dilemma. President Trump pushing to fast-track migrants out of the U.S. now wants the Supreme Court involved, as DHS Secretary Kristi Noem appears in El Salvador among hundreds already deported, shipped to a mega prison. Do not enter our country illegally. You will be removed and you will be prosecuted. Will the High Court greenlight the White House's immigration crackdown? We are breaking it down. Plus, HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. addressing major rollbacks to the Department of Health and Human Services on News Nation.
We're not going to cut services. We're not going to cut Medicaid. We're not going to cut Medicare. We're going to continue. We're going to provide services, but more efficiently.
With thousands of employees heading out the door, how will public health be affected? Former CDC Director Dr. Robert Redfield joins Prime tonight for more.
Live from News Nation headquarters, this is News Nation Prime.
Good evening to you. Thanks so much for staying with us here. I'm Natasha Zubes. This is News Nation Prime. The Trump administration's border fortification and immigration actions are moving like a blitzkrieg, but so are the legal challenges tonight. A federal judge Friday throwing a wrench into the president's plans to fast-track deportations. The administration temporarily blocked from deporting migrants to countries that we have no connection with. Another federal judge Friday impeding the administration's efforts by extending a pause on the 1798 Alien Enemies Act until April 12th. The administration invoked that wartime law to deport alleged members of the Venezuelan trained Aragua gang to El Salvador. The ACLU challenging the administration's use of this act, arguing it denies the migrants due process to contest allegations of trained Aragua membership. And as all of this shakes out in the court, Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem making headlines for her visit to El Salvador.
You come to our country illegally. This is one of the consequences you will face. First of all, do not come to our country illegally. You will be removed and you will be prosecuted. But know that this facility is one of the tools in our toolkit that we will use.
Noem wrapping up her visit to Latin America with a trip to Mexico, where she met with President Claudia Sheinbaum and other top officials. News Nation's Allie Bradley has a look at what was discussed.
Yeah, Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum saying that they won't know the impacts of these tariffs and those conversations, really, how they're going to impact the country until April 2nd, or so-called Liberation Day. She does, however, say the conversations with the United States are ongoing. So while the DHS Secretary was visiting Mexico, she had a closed-door meeting with Mexico's president. The two greeted and posed for photos in a room. Those secretaries of the Interior, Security, and Foreign Affairs there to discuss matters at hand. Before that meeting, Sheinbaum said that coordination between the U.S. and Mexico will respect sovereignty with immigration as a personal priority. One issue is that the Trump administration says Mexico isn't doing enough to curb the fentanyl pouring into the United States and illegal immigration, all at the hands of the criminal cartels. Here's what Secretary Noem told us earlier this month about those groups. Take a listen.
What you don't need to remember is just how sophisticated the cartels are. You know, a lot of times when people think about the cartels of the past, they just think they're super they're using apps, drones, technology, and partnering with other countries in the United States to combat drugs, so they're very sophisticated. They're attacking an officer one at a time or one down many times. It's just all that is. It's a coordinated attack, and you need to be prepared for all those situations.
Now, in order to boost coordination on security threats like cartels and cross-border crime, starting April 7th, we're going to see 11 U.S. Army Special Forces arriving on C-130s conducting joint training drills in Mexico, something that was unanimously approved by Mexico's Senate. Now, the DHS Secretary was in Mexico City on the heels of stops in El Salvador, where she, of course, toured the terrorist confinement center. CCOT is where the Trump administration sent 261 illegal immigrants that they say are members of Tren de Aragua or MS-13. Now, when pressed on this, Secretary Rubio said the fact of the matter is every single one of those individuals was removable by the United States law. Now, Natasha, the DHS Secretary, also made a stop in Colombia on her tour in Latin America, where she actually signed a letter of